Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Coordinator of the Economics Education Study Program, Dr. Agus Wibowo, SPD, MPD, to the Honorable Coordinator of the Accounting Education Study Program, Ati Sumiati, MM, to the Honorable Dwi Handarini, SPD, MAK, and Ati Sumiati, MM, as my supervisor. My name is Inge Damayanti from Economics Education Study Program with a concentration in Accounting Education, Faculty of Economics, Jakarta State University. On this occasion, I will present my thesis proposal with the title is The Effect of Vocational Competences and Industrial Work Practices on the Work Readiness of Vocational Students Mediated by Self-Efficacy. Let me start by mentioning topic of discussion. Chapter 1, Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, and Chapter 3, Research Methods. Chapter 1, Background. Education is the most important institution in dealing with the future of a nation, including efforts to prepare human research. Educational institutions are the hope of being able to create human research that are of high quality and able to compete in the world of work. This hope can be achieved through vocational education, namely vocational high school or SMK. Vocational education is a secondary level of education which aims to prepare students to be ready to enter the world of work or improve their abilities in a particular field in which they work, earning a living. Vocational high school, which is formal education at the secondary education level, is a type of vocational education. Vocational schools are an education alternative that can produce human research with competence and skill that suit the needs of the world of work. So, it is hoped that vocational school graduates will have good work readiness. But in fact, based on the statistical research new published by the Indonesian Central Statistics Agency, if we look at the highest level of education completed by workers, the open unemployment rate in August 2023 shows that the highest come from graduates vocational high school, namely 9.31%, although compared to the previous year, there was a decrease, namely from 9.42% to 9.31%. The result of this data show a discrepancy for vocational school graduates who should have been equipped with the competencies and skills to be ready to enter the world of work after graduating, actually become the main contributor to the unemployment rate in Indonesia. The high unemployment rate among vocational school graduates indicates that there are still jobs that are not being absorbed because the quality of graduates is not sufficient to meet job market demand. This reflects that vocational school graduates do not yet have optimal work readiness. Work readiness is influenced by various factors, both these originating from within the individual or internal, and factors from outside the individual or external. One of the internal factors of work readiness is student vocational competence. Vocational competence praised by students play an important role in preparing students to enter the industrial world of work. Students' vocational competence in their respective fields of expertise are the main factor that support students' success in facing the industrial world of work. After being equipped with skill competence, students will implement the competences obtained through work practice in the form of industrial work practice. Industrial work practices is an opportunity for students to gain direct work experience, which can increase the motivation to work in a field they already know. And then, the existence of self-efficacy in a person will have a significant contribution to his action, in this case, work readiness. When students have a high level of self-confidence, it will increase their readiness to face competition in the industrial or business world. According to background, there are 7 research questions. First, is there an influence of vocational competence on study work readiness? Second, is there an influence of industrial work practices on students' work readiness? Third, is there an influence of vocational competence on self-efficacy? Fourth, is there an influence of industrial work practice on self-efficacy? Fifth, is there an influence of self-efficacy on student work readiness? Sixth, does self-efficacy play a mediating role in the influence of vocational competence on students' work readiness? And the seventh is, does self-efficacy play a mediating role in the influence of industrial work practice on students' work readiness? Next, Chapter 2, Literature Review. Theory. There are connectionism theory and social cognitive career theory. Connectionism theory was coined by Edward Thorndike. Thorndike put forward his theory of learning that every behavior of living creatures involves a relationship between stimulus and response. Connectionism theory has three main laws, namely the law of readiness, the law of training, and the law of effect. Next is social cognitive career theory, was proposed by Robert Wieland, Stephen De Bruin, and Gail Hackett in 1994. This theory proposed three core models of social cognitive career theory to better explain the formation of career and academic interests, career decision making, and career performance outcome which is obtained. The next theory is about readiness work, which is variable wide. According to Booth et al., 2021, work readiness is the ability and skills of graduates who continuously are receiving training before entering the world of work. Vocational competency. Vocational competency is a qualification process by a person in terms of knowledge, attitudes, and skills to carry out a job in a particular field of expertise. And then industrial work practice. Industrial work practice is an education and work training activity which aims to develop abilities, skill, and profession in the workplace according to the field of study and major taken by students. And then theory of self-efficacy. Bandura, 1997, describes self-efficacy as an individual's belief in his ability to control himself and influence even around him. Next, there are a relevant research result about vocational competence has a positive and significant effect on work readiness. The second is industrial work practice have a positive and significant effect on work readiness. Third is self-efficacy has a positive and significant effect on work readiness. Vocational competence has no effect on work readiness. Vocational competence influence work readiness through self-efficacy. And industrial work practice have a positive and significant effect on self-efficacy. Next is framework theory. The higher the vocational competence, the higher the student work readiness. This is in line with research conducted by Ruslianto and Kusmurianto and Pitaloka et al., and supported by Albert Bandura's general social cognitive theory. Second is, the better the experience students have from the internship program, the higher the work readiness the students have. This is in line with research conducted by Yuliani and Yuniarsi, Prabdiwi et al., and Fadila et al., and it's also supported by connectionism theory. Third, students' high confidence in their ability will increase students' work readiness. Conversely, if student efficacy is low, then their work readiness will also be low. This is in line with research conducted by Fernanda et al., Herlina and Hartono, and Fitriana et al. And this is also supported by social cognitive theory. Next is, vocational competence has an influence of self-efficacy. Good vocational competence will produce high self-efficacy for work readiness, in line with research conducted by Ismoya and Wahyudi and Pitaloka et al. This is also supported by social cognitive career theory. Industrial work practice have an influence of self-efficacy. This is in line with research conducted by Mugiaton and Kafit, and this is also supported by social cognitive career theory. Vocational competence has an influence on work readiness to self-efficacy as mediation, in line with the theory presented in the research of Shandianingrum and Wahjudi, that the abilities a person has will be in vain if there is no self-efficacy in him. And the last is, self-efficacy is able to significantly mediate the influence of industrial work practice on work readiness, which is supported by social cognitive career theory. This is hypothesis formulation. First hypothesis is there is an influence between vocational competence and student work readiness. Second is there is an influence between industrial work practice on student work readiness. The third is there is an influence between self-efficacy and student work readiness. Fourth, there is an influence between vocational competence and self-efficacy. Fifth, there is an influence between industrial work practice on self-efficacy. Six, self-efficacy mediates the relationship between vocational competence and study work readiness. And the seventh, self-efficacy mediates the relationship between industrial work practice and student work readiness. Chapter 3, Research Methods. The research period was carried out for 5 months, starting from February to June 2024. This research was carried out at 3 vocational high schools with accounting skills competency in West Jakarta, including SMK Negeri 13 Jakarta, SMK Negeri 45 Jakarta, and SMK Negeri 42 Jakarta. This research is quantitative research using explanatory research. The choice of this explanatory research method is an effort to explain causal relationship and test the influence of the independent variable on the dependent variable. Apart from that, explanatory research can also be used to strengthen and perfect a theory or vice versa. It can weaken or even invalidate a theory. The population in this study were all class 12 Skills Program Accounting at SMK 13 Jakarta, SMK 45 Jakarta, and SMK 42 Jakarta with total population totaling 252 students. The reason the research used this population was because they are students who are in their final year at vocational school, which means they will soon be faced with the world of work after graduating from vocational school. The sampling technique used in this research is proportional random sampling technique. Proportional random sampling is a sampling technique where sample members are selected proportional in a non-homogeneous population. This technique is used because population members are not stratified. Based on affordable population, the sample for the study was determined using the Slovin formula with an error rate of 5%. It can be seen that this is a formula of calculating the sample size of the population. From that calculation, a sample size 155 students was obtained. Next, there are variable operationalization. First is work readiness. There are responsibility, flexibility, skills, communication, self-view, health, and safety. Variable operationalization for vocational competence is average score for productive accounting subject. Industrial work practice is preparation stage, practice stage, and evaluation stage. And variable operationalizations of efficacy are level, strength, and generality. Research method. Data collection technique. First, primary data. Distribution of questionnaires online via Google Form. And secondary data. Student productive accounting subject score. Data analysis technique are test requirement analysis, with normality test and linearity test. Test assumption classic with multicollinearity test and heteroscedasticity test. The third is path analysis, and the last is hypothesis test with partial test or t-test and Sobel test.
Next, Chapter 4, Results and Discussion. There are descriptive data of work readiness. Based on the table, it is known that the score obtained for work readiness was 8,076. The mean was 17.6, and the standard deviation was 6.4. Then there are maximum and minimum scores of 85 and 60 respectively, so there is a score range of 25. From the table of average score for each indicator above, it can be seen that the high-class score for this variable of 518 is in statement item number 1, responsibility indicator. Meanwhile, the lowest score is in statement item number 14, an indicator of self-view. The data in the graph show that 57 respondents or 53% have good work readiness because the score obtained are above average. So it can be concluded more than 50% of students have good work readiness. Next, descriptive data of vocational competency. Based on the table, it's known that score obtained for vocational competence is 9,386. The mean was 88 and the standard deviation was 3.3. Then there are maximum and minimum scores of 81 and 95. So there is a score range of 14. The data in the graph show that 56 respondents or 52% have good vocational competence because the score obtained are above average, while the other 50 people have unsatisfactory vocational competence. Next, descriptive data of industrial work practice. The score obtained by industrial work practice was 9,874. The mean was 93 and the standard deviation was 3. Then there are maximum and minimum score of 154 respectively. So there is a score range of 16. The data in the graph show that 54 respondents or 51% got good industrial work practice because the scores they obtained were about average, while 52 other people got industrial practice scores below the average. So it can be concluded more than 50% students have a good internship score. Next, there are test analysis requirements. First is normality test. Based on the results of the normality test, the assigned seek-to-tell value was 0.200 more than 0.05. This result can be concluded that the data used in the research is normally distributed. Next is linearity test with the first equation. Based on the result, the linearity deviation value for variable x1 is 0.841 more than 0.05 and x2 is 0.944 more than 0.05. This shows that there is linearity between independent and dependent variables. Next, linearity test, second equation. Based on the table, the deviation from linearity value for variable x1 is 0.788 more than 0.05, x2 is 0.945 more than 0.05, and z is 0.28. This shows that there is linearity between the independent and dependent variables. Next is classic assumption test. The first is multicollinearity test. Based on the table, the tolerance value for vocational competence, industrial work practice, and self-efficacy is more than 0.1. and the VIF value is less than 10. The result of this analysis show that there are no symptoms of multicollinearity in the variable test. The second of classic assumption test is heteroscedasticity test. Based on the table, the significance value of vocational competence is 0.317, industrial work practice is 0.147, and self-efficacy is 0.789. All three have a significance value more than 0.05, so it can be concluded that there are no symptoms of heteroscedasticity. Next is multiple linear regression analysis equation 1. The resulting regression equation for the first equation is on the screen. Next is multiple linear regression analysis for equation 2. The result regression equation for the second equation is as on the screen. Next, path analysis. The first equation path analysis is to see the magnitude of the influence of vocational competence and industrial work practice on self-efficacy. Based on the table, the R-square value is 0.124. This means that vocational competence and industrial work practice have an effect on self-efficacy by 12%. Meanwhile, the remainder, namely 87%, is the influence of other variables that were not studied. Based on the result of the t-test, it can be seen that in the first equation, vocational competence and industrial work practice obtain a calculated t-value that is greater than the t-table. This means that vocational competence has a positive and significant effect on self-efficacy, and industrial work has a positive and significant effect on self-efficacy. Next, the second equation, path analysis, is to see the magnitude of the influence of vocational competence, industrial work practice, and self-efficacy on work readiness. Based on the table, the R-square value is 0.625 or 62%. This means that vocational competence, industrial work practice, and self-efficacy have an influence on work readiness by 62%. Meanwhile, the remaining 37 is the influence of the variables not studied. Based on the result of the t-test, it is known that the second equation, vocational competence, industrial work practice, and self-efficacy, obtain a calculated t-value. This means that vocational competence has a positive and significant effect on work readiness. Industrial work practice have a positive and significant effect on work readiness, and self-efficacy has a positive and significant effect on work readiness. Next, this is analysis of the influence between variables. Next, Sobel test. Based on Sobel test results, self-efficacy successfully mediates the influence of vocational competence on work readiness, so that hypothesis 6 is accepted. And then, based Sobel test result, self-efficacy success in mediating the influence of industrial work practice and work readiness, so that hypothesis 7 was accepted. Next, conclusion. First, vocational competency has a positive and significant influence on work readiness. Second, industrial work practice have a positive and significant influence on work readiness. Third, self-efficacy has a positive and significant influence on work readiness. 4. Vocational competency has a positive and significant influence of self-efficacy. 5. Industrial work practice have a positive and significant influence on self-efficacy. 6. Self-efficacy can mediate the relationship between vocational competence and work readiness. And the last, self-efficacy can mediate the relationship between industrial work practice and work readiness.
Okay, that's all I can say. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.